$1.5 billion gone. I'm gonna say this again, 1.5. I'm talking country right now. $1.5 billion gone in 7 days. Ye, AKA formerly known as Kanye West, was worth $2 billion per Forbes. Now, if you ask Kanye, he was worth 4.6. But Forbes confirmed $2 billion. And today, with Adidas' most recent dropout, he is now worth $400 million. He is now worth $400 million. And I want to talk about it. But before I talk about it, I want to thank today's sponsor of this quick reaction videos, my friends over at Aura. You can go to aura.com/Anthony. They are the #1 leading identity theft protection company. Did you know 3 in 4 Americans bought a smart home tech device this past year to pretty much help them with identity theft? And last year, Americans saw $6.9 billion to online crime, and that's outpacing home burglaries. Check this out. If 3 in 4 bought devices to protect their home, but last year, $6.9 billion in online crime, as far as an identity theft happened, then we need to step up our identity theft protection. And y'all listen, Q4 is the year where it rises to the highest because we're all online shopping. We are all trying to get Christmas gift. This is the highest year of credit card, debit card, and bank fraud happens. So I want you to check out my friends over at aura.com/Anthony. Go over there. They're offering you all 14 days free trial. They're going to get all your information on their website. They're going to surf the black web, see if your social, your bank cards, your credit cards, all your financial information is online, and they're going to protect you throughout the holiday seasons for a very low fee. But try them out for 14 days right now today. Thank you so much, Aura, for allowing me to make this quick reaction video. But let's talk about it, because God almighty, my man, Kanye West is no longer a billionaire per Forbes. Just recently lost $1.5 billion of his net worth, which is about 4 to 8% of Adidas' estimated net income. I want to read the statement that Adidas just dropped about 2 hours ago. Today, October 25th, 2022. Adidas does not tolerate anti-Semitism and any other sort of hate speech. Ye's recent comments and actions have been unacceptable, hateful, and dangerous, and they violate the company's values of diversity and inclusion, mutual respect, and fairness. After a thorough review, the company has taken the decision to terminate the partnership with Ye immediately, end production of Yeezy branded products, and stop all payments to Ye and his companies. Adidas will stop the Adidas Yeezy business with immediate effect. This is expected, watch this, don't let this slip you guys. This is expected to have a short-term negative financial impact of up to $250 million on the company's net income in 2022, given this is the highest quarter of the year. I really want you to think about that. Adidas is winning right now. They are making millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars this quarter. And they said, because we love Jewish people, they said, because we love black people, white people, Christians, you name it, we love people. If you violate what we stand on, we can no longer stand with you. They didn't disrespect them in a public release. We just said, hey, Ye's recent comments contradicts, it doesn't align with what we stand for as a company. And so we are willing to take a short-term loss so we can have a long-term impact. And I want to ask you all this question. How many of you all would take a short-term loss of maybe losing 50 grand, 100 grand, maybe $1 million, so you can stay true to who you are, stay true to your character? I should turn off my phone. Stay true to your character, stay true to your integrity, stay true to your morals, so your customers, your tribe, your community can continue believing in you. I was doing some research, and it's not just Adidas, you guys. It's not just Adidas. I know let's do the math. So if Kanye was worth $2 billion, this Adidas deal was worth $1.5 billion. Forbes is saying he is now worth $400 million. Well, we have a $100,000 gap, right? And technically, he might have been worth probably a little bit more than $2 billion because he lost his brand deals, and not really brand deals, his partnerships with Balenciaga, with MRC. This is the film and television company that was honestly helping him to do his Netflix documentary. Vogue stepped away from him, CAA, Adidas, and Gap. It goes back to the power of your words. And sometimes I think, this is what I feel, sometimes I think people think that they're so rich and they're so wealthy, they have so much power that no one can take it away from them. Listen, wow, let's be real, $400 million as a net worth is still there. Losing 1.5 just shook his whole world. It just shook his whole world. Now, while my company is nowhere near worth $400 million, but we've definitely crossed over the seven-figure situation, right? And one of the things that we've done here recently is we have launched a brand called the Neat Creators, where we are teaching people how to build a longevity personal brand. And one of the greatest ways you could do that, and the best way, really the only way to build longevity, is to be a man or woman and a company based around character and morals. And after doing some research and talking to, the 500 plus that's in the community, man, I'm like, yo, listen, what can we do better? How can we continue building this community? And what we've learned is people want to know, how do we continue building longevity? How do we do this? How do we do that? Can you take this out? And we heard you all. And if you want to build a 5-figure, 6-figure, 7-figure personal brand business to where you can get brand deals with Adidas, with Gap, with Balenciaga, with a whole bunch of people. If you want to learn how to do that, we're going to open the course back up here, this community back up here, and a banging way here within the next few weeks. I want you to text the word 6 brand to 615-930-3431. And we're going to show you how you can build a 6-figure, 7-figure brand within a matter of 12 months. But I'm going to be honest with you. We're going to show you how to do it the Adidas way. How do you build off of your character, your morals, and integrity? And we're going to show you the practical things, but we're going to start off with like, hey, Adidas lost money. Are you willing to lose a little bit of money so you can gain so much more down the road? Adidas played the best, in my personal opinion. Like, I'm not talking about Kanye and what he said. I'm talking about, hey, listen, if this doesn't line up with what we stand with, no matter how much we may love the guy, but we can love him and not work with him because it doesn't align with what we're doing. How many brand deals I've turned down? Just recently, I turned down a brand deal with a particular bank that was like, hey, man, we want you to come on. We don't want you to talk about credit cards, but we're going to be talking about credit cards. We want you to talk about this particular thing that they have coming out, which is actually a good thing, which is actually something that I can align with, right? But they're going to be promoting credit cards with a 20% interest rate. I was like, man, I can't do it. Well, let me tell you the pay. The pay was $250,000. $250,000 to do 10 speaking engagements for him, and I turned them down. Why? Because it doesn't align with who I am in my business. And if I were to say, yo, y'all come get this, and you see all this debt being thrown at you, financing this and financing that and financing this, and y'all would be like, yo, hey, we're confused. So I had to say no to $250,000 because I had to stand true on who I am. And so as I was reading this article, I was like, okay, cool. So what all does Kanye have? So where does his $400 million come from? And I'm trying to go back into it. I saw it up here earlier. Yeah. So the remainder of Ye's fortune, okay? Forbes is estimating comes from real estate. Dope. Real estate. Has a lot of real estate. Clearly has a lot of cash. Clearly his music catalog, which is dope. And check this out, 5% stake in his ex-wife Kim Kardashian's shapewear firm called Skims. Okay, and a source close to Skims told Forbes, Ye hasn't been involved with the brand since 2019 launch. So he just gets the check, but he really has not been involved with it. Removing Ye from billionaires list caps off of a years-long saga between the rapper and Forbes. Now, Forbes is saying this: Ye always felt his net worth was undervalued. When he first made the list in 2020 with an estimated of 1 billion fortune, Ye wasn't happy. It's not a billion, he said. He said it's $3.3 billion since Forbes knows how to count. That's what he said. So now Forbes is saying, yo, listen, if you got 4.6, or if you got this right here, they did the estimation, it came up to $2 billion. Ye's no longer a billionaire. What is one thing we can learn from this? Let me tell you. It's simple. Let's talk about it on the Adidas side. Let's talk about it on the brand side. And I want to know this. Do you all agree with Adidas? Do y'all agree with the record label dropping him? Do y'all agree with the film production company dropping him and not doing the documentary anymore? Do y'all believe with the company standing true on their morals, on their character, and say, you know what, we respect you, my guy, but we just can't align with you right now? Do y'all agree that they did a job of the right thing by dropping them? Yo, drop in the comments. Let me know. I'm going to be reading them. I want to know, do you agree or do you not agree? And if you do not agree, hey, let me know in the comments why you do not agree. But here's something that I've learned and why I respect these companies is that, hey, on tomorrow's show, on one of my shows here that is coming out, Dr. Ariel L is going to be on the show. And she talks about the importance of companies having a diversity and inclusion program inside of their companies that shows their employees and the community and the world that, hey, we respect all people. While I may not agree with certain things, I still love and I respect people. You know what I'm saying? I'm black, but I still love my white brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? I am straight, but I still love my LGTB community. You know what I'm saying? Because they're people, they're human beings. I'm a Christian and I still love my Jewish brothers, my Muslim brothers, my atheist brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? Because I love and respect all people, no matter where they are. Just because it's not me doesn't mean that I got to be disrespectful and hateful towards people who do not think and act and talk like me. I can respect and love all people, and I too am with that. I tell my team here, my staff here, yo, if you work for me and you're married and you cheat, you're fired. You can't work with me no more because I don't believe in married couples cheating. You know what I'm saying? That's just not my thing. Now, if you're not married, you're dating, doing your own thing, that's on you. But if you're married, yo, you got to stand on it. I can't align with a husband or a wife cheating on their spouse. I can't align with a black man being racist towards a white man. I can't align with a white man being racist towards a black man. And if you are racist, you cannot work with me. I can love you, I can respect you, but you can't align with my company, my business. So I respect that. If I had to lose one of my guys today on that, I would lose out on money, I would lose out on work, I would have to find someone to replace them, and that is a headache. But I would rather go through that headache. I would rather go through that short-term loss so I can have a long-term longevity with my community and send the right message. And are you willing to do that? I stand behind what Adidas did. Now on Ye's side of things, man, here's the thing. Ye, you know, he had the bag and he still got a bag. Let's be real. 400 million ain't no chump change. But he just lost $1.5 billion. He got to make a pivot. And before you speak, you can never get too big. You can never get too big, you guys. There's no one on this planet Earth other than God that cannot receive some backlash. I don't care how big you are. I don't care how big you are. Think before you speak. Step back. Like, you know what? Is this worth me saying out loud? Is this worth me saying on a national platform? Is it? Let's be real. Some of us have probably said some things we should not be saying, but we said it within a private group of people. Maybe you just get your private group of people and you keep it right there within that private group of people. But to say it publicly, to say things because you may actually not mean it the way that it comes off to other people, because perception is a real thing when it comes to communication. So if it comes off you meant it that way, when you didn't mean it that way, you probably should have just kept your mouth shut. And that's one thing I've learned from Ye over the last week and some change. Be quiet. Not only did Ye lose brand deals, but man, Ye is losing good relationships. People who loved him and people who had his back and people who was for him. Sometimes we just need to keep our mouth shut. So listen, if you want to build an impactful brand and business, you want to make 6 figures, 7 figures, and we're going to be opening up something new and refreshing here within the next few weeks. Text the word 6 brand to 615-931-9030. No. 34. Yeah, 615-930-3431. Text the word 6 brand to that, and we're going to send you that because we want to help you build a brand long term. We want to help you build a brand, a personal brand like Adidas, and we're going to start from there. And I want to help you. My team wants to help you. So if you text us, we'll give you all the information. Go check out my friends over at aura.com/Anthony. Make sure you get some insurance to protect you over this time, some identity theft insurance, because listen, this is a true thing right now. And I want to make sure that you're covered. That was your boy, Anthony Neal. Thank you so much. Don't forget, drop down in the comments. If you're listening to this on podcast, drop down there and please let me know how you are, what you're thinking about, what you're doing, so we can have this conversation. Because I want to know, do you believe that Adidas was wrong for firing this man? Do you believe that Kanye was wrong for his comments? Let's have the conversation in the comments below. Love y'all. See you on the next show. Peace.